Hello and welcome. The top story. The overall COVID-19 situation in India is stabilizing. Niti Aayog member V.K. Paul announced on Saturday, this as India reported its smallest daily increase in coronavirus infections in nearly 3 weeks. India reported 3,26,000 new COVID-19 cases and 3,890 deaths in the last 24 hours.
The situation is stabilizing and we hope and we will work toward ensuring further stabilization and a rapid decline of this pandemic.
The government in an unusual Saturday press conference, in its effort to send a positive message, assured people that COVID situation in the country is stabilizing as many states are reporting a decrease in cases.
पिछले ऑलमोस्ट 4 से 5 दिनों में हम देखते हैं कि हमारे रिकवर्ड केसेस एक्टिव केसेस से बढ़कर आ रहे हैं और हमारी एवरेज वीकली रिकवरी में भी 11% इंप्रूवमेंट हुआ है। देश की पॉजिटिविटी पिछले 5 दिनों से 20% से कम पाई जा रही है। अगर हम डेटा को एनालाइज करें तो पाते हैं कि एक प्लेटोइंग और एक डिक्रीजिंग ट्रेंड केसेस में नोट किया जा रहा है।
Though cases in the last 24 hours have reduced by 5% and deaths by 3%, the cause of concern is the huge dip in vaccination. Vaccination has gone down by 46% in the last 24 hours, reflecting a huge shortage of vaccines on the ground. States are now increasingly focusing on vaccinating the above 45 age group on priority with the available vaccines. The increased duration between the first and the second dose of Covishield vaccine to 12 to 16 weeks came into effect from Saturday in Haryana.
Interestingly, what we found here is that 2 days back, the central government had revised the time duration between the 2 doses of Covishield vaccine. So that has come into effect from today in the state of Haryana. Here it has been clearly pasted at the windows of the vaccination center here. It clearly says that the duration between the first and second dose has been increased to 12 to 16 weeks. Also very importantly, appointments will not be possible if the time period after the first dose is less than 84 days. So this is a clear directive that has been issued by the Haryana state government.
Meanwhile, in Bengaluru, a 64-year-old woman was issued the certificate for the second dose of vaccine without being vaccinated.
I just opened the Coven portal and I could clearly see that the vaccination certificate is available for my mom, and the same time and the slot what I have actually booked before, that is May 5th, 1 to 4, has been vaccinated and vaccinated by Shilpa Shri.
आप ये कह रहे हैं कि बगैर उनको वैक्सीन दिए हुए ही उनका सर्टिफिकेट इशू कर दिया गया?
Yes sir, yes.
While underlining that vaccine is the basic weapon to conquer the pandemic, Dr. Randeep Guleria, director of AIIMS in New Delhi, stressed that those with comorbidities and elderly should be vaccinated first and the larger population can be vaccinated in a graded manner. He also assured that more vaccines will be available in about 2 months.
Vaccine that we are having currently will continue to be in short supply at least till June or July, I think, till July, because in July we will have a large number of manufacturers now opening new plants and coming out with more and more doses. So till that time, it's going to be really difficult to say that we'll have enough vaccines.
While the cases seem to be plateauing in many states, the government says it's still early trend and not a time to let our guards down.
Much more can be done, should be done, will be done.
NNDTV Bureau Report.
And an immediate audit of installation and the operation of ventilators provided by the central government to states should be carried out, the Prime Minister said, as he took, and I'm quoting here, serious note of some reports about ventilators lying unutilized in storage in some states. A statement from his office read. Prime Minister Modi on Saturday held a high-level meeting to review India's COVID situation, in which the team discussed containment strategies, the need to scale up testing, to focus on healthcare resources and the distribution of oxygen supply now in rural areas. And even as the number of COVID cases in Maharashtra are on the decline and are showing a sign of plateauing, the state reported 960 COVID deaths on Saturday, which is among the highest single-day figures so far. The number of cases overall, though, continue to drop, with 34,000 new cases, which is the lowest since the 1st of April. And as Mumbai seems to be containing the spread of the coronavirus due to the lack of space and adequate facilities in hospitals in many other parts of the country, patients are reportedly travelling hundreds of kilometers to Mumbai now to get treated for COVID. According to Saturday's statistics, there are 53 patients in Mumbai who do not live there, who are not living in the city, but getting their treatment there.
Gaurav Asthi works at an MNC in Gurugram, Haryana. He lives in the Millennium City with his wife and a 3-year-old son. On the 22nd of April, his wife's health began to deteriorate. He says he dialed multiple hospitals but could not find a bed. For get treatment, it took him 5 days to get a test done, and by then, he and his son started showing symptoms as well.
जब दिन ब दिन हालत बिगड़ती जा रही थी, रात को 30 तारीख के बाद और हालत बिगड़ी। 1 तारीख को रात को मेरी वाइफ का ऑक्सीजन बहुत बुरी तरह डिप हो गया। अब तक वो फाइन थी, बुखार था लेकिन ऑक्सीजन को लेकर फाइन थी। लेकिन जब 1 तारीख को रात को उसका 85 के नीचे ऑक्सीजन डिप हुआ, तब मैंने डिसाइड करा कि मैं अब मुंबई जाऊंगा।
Gaurav, his wife along with their young child then travelled for 22 hours to reach Mumbai, just for a hospital bed and timely treatment for COVID. Gaurav's brothers live in Mumbai and ensured the treatment for all 3 began at St. John's Hospital at the earliest.
हम और घबरा गए थे कि बच्चों को लेके कि गप्पू को ना हो जाए, हमारी बेटी को ना हो जाए, पर ये भी पॉजिटिव हो गया था। पर यहाँ पे जब बेड मिला तो फिर सुकून मिला कि बस बेड मिल जाए।
As of May 14th, there were over 12,000 oxygen beds, around 3,000 ICU beds and over 1,500 ventilator beds available in Mumbai. 53 patients being treated in the city's various hospitals are those who've come from different places across the country. Gaurav's mother, Nasim Awasthi, says it's not just the BMC, but many more people who reached out with help.
किसी ने हम लोगों को मेडिसिन के बारे में एडवाइस किया, किसी ने कहा हमें तुम्हें 5-5 हज़ार रुपए 10 हज़ार वो से भी हम कर सकते, बट उन लोगों को बुला लो और लोगों को बचा लो। लेकिन हेल्प सबने की। किसी ने घर, अब इसी घर में ये भी घर किसी का, हम लोगों को यहाँ सबको आइसोलेशन के लिए हम लोगों को हेल्प दी गई, हर तरीके से हेल्प की गई कि मतलब बुला लो और उनका यहाँ इलाज कर लो।
COVID cases in Mumbai are on the decline and many are now looking towards this city for COVID treatment. With Sohit Mishra in Mumbai, Sonal Mehrotra Kapoor, NDTV.
And the West Bengal government has announced a near lockdown for 2 weeks from 6 a.m. on Sunday, the 16th of May till the 30th of May. Public transport will be off the streets, no local trains or the metro rail. Private cars too prohibited, as well as taxis and autos. No outdoor movement or congregations will be allowed from 9 p.m. till 5 a.m. Grocers and bazaars to remain open from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Banks from 10 to 2 and sweet shops from 10 to 5 p.m. The order comes after Bengal reported over 100 deaths daily for the last 10 days and over 20,000 new COVID infections for the last 3 days. The West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's brother also died of COVID-related complications at a hospital in Kolkata on Saturday. He was 60. And Karnataka plans not to allow home isolation in rural areas and in slums, but make arrangements to mandatorily treat patients in COVID care centres or CCCs. This was decided at a state COVID task force meeting that in rural areas CCCs will be established at the primary healthcare facility level, the PHC level, and also make arrangements for isolation and treatment in places such as hostels. 100-bed secondary hospitals are to be set up in each assembly constituency in Bengaluru and 1 tertiary care hospital for every 4 constituencies. And in Gujarat, the number of patients with mucormycosis is now increasing alarmingly amidst coronavirus infections. In Gujarat, Ahmedabad, Rajkot, Vadodara and Surat are seeing the number of patients with mucormycosis on the rise. The Ahmedabad Civil Hospital is treating 296 patients with this mucormycosis.
हमारे यहाँ सिविल हॉस्पिटल में जो पुराना नॉन कोविड हॉस्पिटल है वहाँ पे 296 पेशेंट्स दाखिल है। वहाँ पे म्यूकोरमाइकोसिस के लिए अलग वार्ड ओपन किए है हमने। इनिशियली हमने C7 C8 वार्ड ओपन किया था, उसके बाद B7 B8 किया, फिर E7 किया। अभी ज़रूरत लगेगी तो बेड की जो कैपेसिटी है उसकी संख्या हम बढ़ाएंगे। जो इसके ट्रीटमेंट के लिए जो दवाइयाँ आती है वो एम्फोटेरिसिन है और ओरल एंटीफंगल ड्रग्स आते हैं। वो हमारी जो ज़रूरत है उसके हिसाब से हमको सरकार की तरफ से प्रोक्योर करके डेली डोज दिया जाता है.
And now the director of the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Dr. Randeep Guleria, told NDTV why mucormycosis cases have been increasing, especially among COVID patients.
कोविड के कारण और कोविड की ट्रीटमेंट के कारण इसके केसेस अब काफ़ी ज़्यादा देखने में आ रहे हैं. कई क्षेत्रों में काफ़ी अधिक मात्रा में केसेस रिपोर्ट किए जा रहे हैं. अगर हम एम्स की ही बात करें तो हमारे यहाँ ऑलमोस्ट 23 केसेस हैं जो भी एडमिटेड हैं जिनको ये फंगल इन्फेक्शन है कोविड के. 20 उनमें से अभी भी कोविड पॉजिटिव हैं और 3 कोविड नेगेटिव हैं. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कारण है मिस यूज ऑफ स्टीरॉइड्स. स्टीरॉइड्स जो पेशेंट्स ले रहे हैं जिनको डायबिटीज़ हैं और साथ में कोविड है, अगर ये तीनों चीज़ें इकट्ठी मिल जाएं तो वो चांसेस ऑफ फंगल इन्फेक्शन एकदम बढ़ जाते हैं.
And amidst this deadly COVID surge, we've seen images of people desperately searching for oxygen cylinders, hospital beds, ambulances and vital drugs. And exploiting this desperation are scamsters profiting from people's helplessness and people's despair. Ravish Ranjan Shukla reports.
The antiviral drug Remdesivir costs around 900 rupees for a vial, but Rajat Jain shelled out 50,000 rupees for the medicine.
हमने यहाँ से किसी तरह रेमडेसिविर इंजेक्शन का इंतज़ाम करा. हमने रेमडेसिविर इंजेक्शन करीबन 400 गुना या 500 गुना कीमत पे खरीदा. आप अगर इंजेक्शन लेने जाएंगे तो डायरेक्ट आपको कोई इंजेक्शन नहीं देगा. आपको बोला जाएगा कि आप यहाँ खड़े हो जाएं, उसके बाद वहाँ कोई और बंदा आएगा, वो बोलेगा आप वहाँ चले जाएं और वो इंजेक्शन की डिलीवरी वहाँ होती है. उसके बाद आप पैसा देते हैं. रेमडेसिविर इंजेक्शन की ब्लैक ज़बरदस्त हो रही है और बहुत ही नाटकीय रूप से इसको अंजाम भी दिया जा रहा है.
Scamsters are making a killing on oxygen cylinders too. They first forward a number on a WhatsApp group. Then they ask for an online payment. Once they receive the payment, they don't deliver what was promised. Amit Dave tried to buy an oxygen cylinder. He was asked to make this payment online during a WhatsApp chat. Once he did that, the person on the other side vanished with the money.
नंबर व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप के अंदर शेयर हो रहा था ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर के बारे में. मैंने उनको वो जो एडवांस का अमाउंट था वो अकाउंट नंबर जो शेयर किया गया था जो कि एक ट्रस्ट के नाम पे था प्रतिष्ठित बैंक के साथ में, तो मैंने उसमें वो पैसे जमा कराए और 1-2 घंटे तक फ़ोन पे घंटियाँ बजती रही. उसके बाद में वो फ़ोन स्विच ऑफ हो गया.
There are also gangs making false promises of providing hospital beds. Members of this gang wait outside hospitals and approach people who have not been able to find the beds. Gang members then ask you to talk to their accomplice masquerading as a doctor on the phone. The gang asks for an online payment and vanishes with the money.
डॉक्टर अमित एवं डॉक्टर चिराग बनकर कोरोना पीड़ितों के मरीजों के उनके रिश्तेदारों से बात करा करता था एवं उनसे बैंक अकाउंट में पैसे मंगाया करता था.
The Delhi police say they have filed 115 cases of fraud and have caught several cheats. An ambulance racket is also thriving during the pandemic. The police has made several arrests. While several people have reached out to those in need during the COVID crisis, there are others who stock hospitals, cremation grounds and social media, exploiting those in distress. With Ravish Ranjan Shukla, this is Alok Pandey, NDTV.
And Goa's Chief Minister and Health Minister held a joint press briefing following an urgent BJP Core Committee meeting a day after it was reported that 75 patients had died in the past few days at the state's biggest COVID facility due to a glitch in oxygen supply. All this amidst reports of a feud between the Chief Minister and the Health Minister. Here's a report.
A joint press conference by Goa's Chief Minister and the Health Minister. A joint show at solidarity between the two men whose political rivalry is widely believed to have worsened Goa's fight against COVID-19, with this Goa government hospital reporting multiple deaths due to oxygen shortage.
जितने सारे कोविड हॉस्पिटल which is approximately 21 कोविड हॉस्पिटल प्राइवेट कोविड हॉस्पिटल at present running in the state, इसकी हमने बार बार उनको कहा कि उन्होंने 50% बेड्स यानी कोविड के लिए देना चाहिए था, लेकिन बार कहने के बाद भी उन्होंने 50% बेड्स नहीं दिए. इसलिए हम मंडे से उनके पूरे बेड का कंट्रोल गवर्नमेंट ले रही है
or directly government will do the admission in their respective hospitals.
There may be issues. We are tackling all the issues under the leadership of the Chief Minister, standing there and getting all these things done, getting these things overnight, because the consumption also of oxygen per patient has increased.
The attempt at unity comes after an emergency meeting called by the BJP, supposedly at the behest of Home Minister Amit Shah, to iron out the differences between Pramod Sawant and Vishwajit Rane, who have been at odds right through Goa's spiraling virus surge. Last week, the Chief Minister inspected the Goa Medical Hospital without the Health Minister. To broker peace, Goa MP and Union Minister Shripad Nayak was also present.
झाले ते वाईट घटना झाली ना, पण त्यासाठी पुढे आणि होऊ नये यासाठी आधी काळजी घ्यायची. जे काय झालंय कोणाची चूक, कारण एकदम पेशंटमध्ये वाढ झाली, कार्ड्स बॅड्स कमी झाले, सगळ्या गोष्टी आहेत.
The Goa government has promised to operationalize a liquid medical oxygen tank at the Goa Medical College by Monday, which may allow the hospital a breather. Opposition parties have been unsparing. The Goa Forward Party said that at least 8 people died due to lack of oxygen late on Friday night.
Today we have had 8 more deaths. Means last night there were 8 more deaths. The figure has now reached 83. So which means 83 people have died because of logistical reasons which are being put up by the government as the reason for the death. This mismanagement, oxygen mismanagement, which is causing deaths in the premier government hospital in Goa, the GMC.
Goa has been allocated an additional 20 metric tons of oxygen to stave off the crisis. Goa is hoping against hope to control the situation. Until then, its fingers crossed. Bureau Report, NDTV.
Researchers at the Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, Bhopal, have developed a low-cost artificial intelligence-powered crowd and mask monitoring system to prevent the violation of social distancing norms and COVID-19 protocol. Take a look.
आप बाजार में आए, इतनी भीड़ है, बच्चे भी साथ में मास्क वगैरह नहीं पहना. सर वो मास्क भूल गए. मैडम इतनी भीड़ है, आप लोगों ने मास्क नहीं लगाया. आप अभी शॉपिंग कर रहे थे, मास्क वगैरह नहीं लगाया था वैसे बच्चे. हाँ सर, थोड़ा जल्दबाजी में हो गया है, बट नेक्स्ट टाइम से ध्यान रखूंगा मास्क.
A crowd and mask monitoring system which uses artificial intelligence to ensure that COVID norms are being followed.
Violation of social distancing detected. Please maintain distance.
This low-cost portable system, developed by researchers at ICER in Bhopal, can monitor the movement of people in the campus and raise an alarm if it detects a violation. So if the distance between people narrows to less than 6 feet, or if someone is not wearing a mask, this device can alert the crowd with a pre-recorded message.
Please maintain distance.
So the campus was opening up, which means the students are going to come into the campus. Then when students come, the crowd increases. So we want to ensure that students are aware of the social distancing norms.
क्या cost आएगी इसकी?
So the entire thing, when we did the whole stuff, it was between around 8,000 to 9,000 rupees.
The team of assistant professors Mitradeep Bhattacharjee and Shantanu Talukdar, along with student Kashi Vishwanath, used the principles of artificial intelligence and machine learning in a high-definition camera attached to a microchip computer and a 5-volt battery in a 3D printed case to monitor the movement of people.
एक ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल में वो लोग 6 फीट का डिस्टेंस मेंटेन कर रहे हैं या नहीं, तो ये डिवाइस आपको वो 6 फीट डिस्टेंस अगर मेंटेन नहीं हुआ तो अलार्म देगा ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर लोकेशन.
मेनली 3 कंपोनेंट है इसमें. एक है इसका कैमरा जो कि पिक्चर लेता है और वीडियोस लेते हैं. देन द मेन प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट है एक छोटा सा कंप्यूटर एंड उसके साथ ही एक स्पीकर है, मतलब जिससे हमें कोई साउंड मिल सके. तो ये कैमरा जैसे पिक्चर या वीडियो लेता है, फिर इस पिक्चर्स को ऑटोमेटिकली एनालाइज करता है.
This device can be deployed at various crowded places so that to ensure that the basic safety norms are not violated during this tough time of COVID-19 pandemic. In Bhopal, with camera person Rizwan Khan, Anurag Dwari for NDTV.
Welcome back. Now, cyclonic storm Tokay has intensified into a severe storm over the east central Arabian Sea. There's been a cyclone alert issued for Gujarat and the Diu coasts. It's to hit the coast of Gujarat on the 18th of May, sometime in the afternoon or in the early evening. Prime Minister held a high-level meeting to review the preparedness for this cyclone and directed senior officers to take every possible measure to ensure the people are evacuated safely. This is the first cyclonic storm this year and comes as India is fighting a deadly second wave of the coronavirus. More than 50 teams of the NDRF are on duty in 5 states, the states of Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat and Maharashtra.